Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We'd like to welcome a stranger to the camera, but no stranger behind the scenes here at WHHI-TV, our very own Tony Virga, National Sales Manager, recently back from an extended vacation to speak about buying smarter media based on cost per thousand. Tony, happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Sandy, finally.
Finally,
Yes.
I got you on the show. So when you say buying smarter media based on cost per thousand, tell me what you mean by cost per thousand.
Sure, you bet. Cost per thousand is a way to look at how you're buying your media as opposed to, well, how much it costs to buy every 1,000 persons or set of eyes. It's defined as the amount of advertising dollars required to reach a set of 1,000 people or consumers in this particular case. The cost per thousand is calculated by taking the cost of an ad, whatever you pay for your advertising, and dividing that cost by the number of total number of copies or subscribers, and then multiplying that number by 1,000. And this is just a little trivia. F.Y.I, CPM, cost per mille, is a French for cost per thousand. That's what it's commonly referred to, CPM. And it's a way to analyze and compare your advertising by figuring your cost per thousand. And so the way that this is done is you, like I said earlier, you take your cost for your ad, say you bought a full page ad in one of the local magazines, and it was $1,000. Let's just say that there's 10,000 of those magazines that go out every month. What you would do is you would divide the cost of your ad divided by the number of subs or copies, and that gives you 0.1. You would times that by 1,000, and that would give you your cost per thousand at $100. Therefore, this is calculated. Therefore, by this is calculated, it will cost you $100 to reach every 1,000 people or set of consumers. And we'll let you ask the next.
So let me understand this.
Sure.
When you say that cost per thousand, so $100, I've reached 1,000 people.
Yes.
And is that good, bad, indifferent?
Well, it's pretty good. Depends on what media that you're, working with.
We don't know that though.
We don't know that. Well,
when things are mailed out, I don't know who's been selected to receive that.
Exactly. That's one of the statistics that you would need to have when you're purchasing the print ads or that sort of thing. You definitely want to ask for how many copies, how many is getting mailed out. Are these all hard copies? Are some of them digital?
Right.
Some questions that you definitely want to ask. You don't want to just look at the price and look at the pretty picture and go with it. You want to ask some questions.
You want details.
You want to ask some questions. And,
so how many homes are receiving the WHHI-TV signal?
Sure. That way we can kind of compare some apples to apples, which is what I wanted to do. So thanks.
Okay.
And WHHI television, we reach about 70,000 homes here in Beaufort, Hampton, and Jasper County.
So that's quite a few.
It's quite a few. It's a good number.
Yeah, we've really opened that market.
We sure have.
Great.
Sure have. We're channel 8 on Hargray, and we're channel 3 on Time Warner.
Right.
Been on the air since 1992 for 21 years. And I was going to show some cost comparisons for advertising with WHHI television compared to some of the local print options that we have here. And so here we'll get to see our cost per thousand formula in effect. We can compare some apples to apples.
Okay, great.
And so total circulation of local print publications compared to WHHI television we just spoke about, we reach 70,000 homes. So here we'll do some apple-to-apple comparisons. I just took a local magazine. We'll call it local magazine number 1.
Okay.
If you were to pay $1,000 for this ad in this particular magazine, they print 45,000 copies per issue. This is based on a monthly basis. And if you did the $1,000 divided by the cost per thousand, your cost per thousand would be $22.22. So every 1,000 of these people, you paid $22.22 to reach every 1,000 of those people.
Okay.
With WHHI, that same $1,000 reaching 70,000 homes, not just once a month, but
every day,
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. $14.29 when you do the same division.
Right.
So cost per thousand here, we're a much better buy. If you look at another magazine here locally, we'll call it local magazine number 2. We're looking at $500 per an ad divided by 23,000 copies or publications per month, with a $500 ad on WHHI, and the 70,000 households, cost per thousand $5 compared to $15.22.
And again, this is 24/7.
24/7 once a month.
Okay.
So,
Tony, for people who are interested in advertising with WHHI, is that something you can help them with if they call into the station?
sure, just reach out to us at our website, WHHITV.com, or 843-785-4545. Someone will pick up the phone and be glad to help you.
Tony, thanks.
Cool, thanks for having me, Sandy.
Appreciate it. And we thank you so much for joining us on today's Talk of the Town.